Changed since yesterday. Well, Capo skated this morning.
Yes, I saw that.
That's good.
Yeah. Have progress, obviously, that shows.
I think so, yeah. Yeah, obviously, yeah. So it's a good thing.
Yeah. Wanted to ask a little bit about Nils Lundkvist. How do you see him coming along so far? Do you think he's getting more comfortable with each game?
Yeah, it's not easy for a kid to come over here like that and play over there in the big ice last year and do all those things. So to come over here and I think he's playing fine. I think he looks good. He's getting more confidence every day, being around NHL players. So no, I think it's coming. And he's taking his time. He's not trying to do too much, and that's what we want from as coaching staff. Gord talks to him all the time about just staying within your game. Play good defense first, and the other stuff will come.
How is the defense coming along, do you feel?
That's good. He's played good, solid hockey, and like I said, he's not a big guy, so he's a smart guy. He's got a good hockey IQ, and we like what we see.
So for him, it's probably more important positioning, stick work, that sort of thing.
Yeah, you look at Foxy. That's the type of. Obviously he's a Norris Trophy winner, but the kid's got to grow into that. He's not a big guy. He's not going to get to be a big, strong guy, but we love what he brings, his hockey IQ, the way he passes the puck, the way he handles the puck, and so we really like what we got.
You had indicated in camp that you didn't want to use Adam Fox quite so much, and yet you see the first 4 games, or at least the last couple, tight games, and so you're what's the
Gord's not listening to me. No, again,
you have a guy like that. I mean, it has to be very difficult to keep him on the bench.
Yeah, no, 100%. I mean, he's a good player. He makes great plays, and he's a big part of our team for sure. I mean, I talked about, somebody mentioned about 30 minutes a night, and I said he's not going to play 30 minutes a night. I mean, 24, 25, 26.
So you see the 24, 25.
That's what I see most games, and it's still a lot of ice time, but you know what? We've had a busy schedule, 4 games and 6 nights to start the year off, and then the 2 last days were good. We had off days, and so, teams don't practice a lot, especially with the schedule with the Olympics and all that coming up. So he'll have time to rest. And like I said, he feels very comfortable playing the minutes he's played so far. We taught him a few times, and he said, I feel fine after the game. So, hopefully it doesn't catch up. But, again, he's a guy that, he can carry those minutes. He's smooth. We don't want him, he's not a physical player. So it's about taking care of himself, and he does that well.
What have you thought of Kreider?
Kreis?
Killing penalties.
Yeah, no, he's killed a little bit. He hasn't killed a lot, but he killed a little bit. And, he's playing good minutes for us. He's a big body guy. He goes to the net, and he really helps that power play with the net front presence there. I mean, the power play hasn't been great scoring-wise, but, again, looking at the Montreal game, I'm just watching some of that now, the power plays, and they did a real good job on it. So, no, he's been good. He skates, and he is what he is, and that's Kreis' game. And he just wants to stay consistent and do the right things for us, and that'll help our team be a better team.
It looks like on the PK, you've been keeping Fox at Lindgren for the most part, but do you want other guys, maybe like a Miller, to start getting more PK time so maybe you don't have to use Fox as much?
Yeah, no, I think that's one of those things that evolves with young defensemen, and Keandre's still a young player, so, that's going to be a big part of his game going forward, I think. So, but again, we want to make sure we're trying to get the right guys out there and that, but we want all our defensemen to be able to kill some penalties, and all our defensemen to play a little bit of power play time. And we got the key guys, but it's nice when you can put guys out there and feel comfortable. I mean, you look at our D group, and there's not many guys that you'd say can't go out there in a power play. I mean, obviously Nemet's not going to be a power play guy in that, but a lot of the guys can get out there and do that, shoot the puck and move the puck, and that's what I think it makes it really good for a group. And not saying we're not going to play Foxy and Lundkvist most of the time, but I'm just saying those other guys got that capability to do that.
With Barron, if you were to play him, do you see him as a guy who could, in college he scored quite a bit. Do you see him as a guy who would score at this level, or do you think he's a different kind of player?
Well, I think he's got I think he's played 20 or 30 pro games. So, we're not going to rush a guy like that. I mean, we want him to come in there. He's a big body guy that can really skate, take some face-offs when needed, and, do some of that stuff. But we're not expecting, if Barron goes in tonight, look for goal scoring. But you know what? Every player in your team can chip in, and he can definitely do that. He had a good start down in Hartford, and he had a couple goals in 2 games. So we think he can put the puck in the net, but that's not going to be his main role.
Yeah, that's why I asked. I know he scored, I think he led Hartford in scoring last year. I know he scored in college, so I'm just kind of
Yeah.
wondering, do you think that would translate, or does he have to play a different type of game, kill penalties, all that kind of stuff?
Well, yeah, no, but again, it's not about we're going to tell him you're going to be a defensive player. You're going to go out there and play your game. You know, we want you to score some goals. You get opportunities, take that advantage of it. But I ask my players to play a 200-foot game for everybody. You know, I want you to play some good, solid defense when we have to, and you know, when we need some offense, bring some of that too.